Industrialization could mean a bunch of different things to different people. Essentially, going from low productivity, usually agricultural, economic activity, to more high productivity ones like manufacturing, using mechanized production systems, and increasingly now tech-enabled production systems as well. Well, the benefits of industrialization are, immense. I mean, first and foremost, I always point to job creation. So that's one. Two, you also have a situation where countries are moving, literally, up the value chain in terms of how they're able to produce. Lastly, what I would say is, in terms of global trade and global value chain integration, what you will see is more industrialized nations have a much more favorable integration into global value chains. One of the main challenges you face, well, first and foremost, is a problem of financing, investments that are needed to drive industrialization. Everything from infrastructure, human capital development, to acquiring the necessary technology and expertise, to the structure of African economy. So structurally, we have a problem. So you see a lot of countries that have extractives, often referred to as a resource curse, because these countries have no incentive to diversify their economies. Third, I would also point to the fact that technology, especially with intellectual property rights being the way they are globally, it's difficult to acquire the necessary technology to advance and to drive industrialization. So those are some of the things that I would point out. I'm sure there are many more. Also, a lack of human capital as well, to be able to implement some of the things that would really drive rapid industrialization. So the debate about the role of the government versus the private sector, especially in industrialization, is quite contentious. I tend to lean more on the state-led approach, but the state has to provide the industrial policy. They have to provide the framework. They have to come out and say, we as the government see this, and this sector as the priority sectors to drive our industrialization. And that has to be backed by very strong research on the part of the government to identify these priority sectors, but also with great incentive packages. So with governments looking to attract investment in these areas, you have to provide a favorable package to be able to attract some of these people. Recommendations for governments sort of moving forward in Africa specifically: technology transfer, two, politically savvy and a modern industrial policy, and three, a coordinated mechanism that really brings together the private sector, the technocrats, and also the politicians, because they can't do it without each other.